CathyRoe.com.
Hi, this is Jazz 2. We're going to start with our opening stretches, but first let's take a deep breath in. Here we go, our arms are going to go to a V, only a V, and come down nicely, legs in second position. Here we go a little faster, up to a V and down. Now at this part we want to make sure we're getting a lot of air and breathing. Arms up to a V with a nice long neck and a flat tummy. One more, let's take our left leg back, opening stretches. 1, 2, arms are pulling. Other side for 4. And we're going to reach up 8 times. 8. See how our hands are very big on top? That's a jazz hand. 6. Both hands up now. Plie down really straight back. Go over. Drop your head. Nice roll up. Let's repeat it. Left leg goes back. Arms in an L. Nice long fingers. Set 2. Here we go, our arms up to jazz hand for reaches. Reach. And we're taking our ribs with us. 5, 6. Let's turn out. Nice flat tummy. And over. Both legs stretch. Moving on to sequence 2. Side lunges. Here we go, over for 4. Nice long neck. Flat back 4. See, I'm not looking up. I've got a nice long flat neck. 4. When we plie this time, we're going to slightly lean back and contract the glutes. 1, 2. See how my arm is nice and long? Flat back. The neck here stays really flat. 4. Good. And lay it out a little bit. Here we go in 2s. Over to the side. 1. 2s again. Take it back. Here's my lateral stretch for 2. Sagittal stretch for 2. And here we go, taking it back. Let's go up and over, touching the floor. Big reach over. Flat back all the way. And drop. Now look up. We're going to shift our lunges to the right and left. Drop your hips. 5, 6. Coming up with a quarter arm. We want one arm right in front of you. Nice long quarter. Let's keep the tummy up and the neck very long. Now twist a little bit. You've got your transverse stretch. Good. Let's take a deep breath in the middle and go on to our next sequence, which is isolations. Let's put our arms out to the side. Head goes right and left for 8, 7. Keep your tummy up. And 4, 3. Dropping your arms, dropping your head. 1, 2. Now don't let your tummy stick out when your head goes back. Arms out and tilt. 2. Looking straight ahead. 5, 6. Here we go. Hands on your hips. Drop and swing. Drop and swing. Drop and swing. And we're ready for the shoulders. Take them 2 times. 1, 2, 3. Again, 2 times. Now 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 2 times. 1, 2, 3. One more. And 1, 2, 3. Same thing with the ribs. Here we go. 1 and 2. Now 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do that part again. 1, 2, 1. You've got to have a really long waist for this part. Ready for hip swings. 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5. You got to get low for this. Good. Now double down. You've got to get that hip out. 3, 4 more. 5, 6. We're going to go hip circles to the right. Arms out for 4, 2. Hips go the other way for 4, 2. Let's take a deep breath in and out. And we'll go on to our next sequence, which is lunges. We're going to turn this way, keeping the tummy pulled up. It's very easy to let your tummy fall out. We want our tummy pulled up the whole way. And we're holding our lunge. We don't want to bounce. We want to keep that back heel down. Now plie a little more into your lunge. Take your body a little more forward. That's it. We're gonna go all the way down. Now look, your knee stays right over your heel. This would be wrong to have your knee in front of your toe. You wanna take it back. So your knee is over or behind your heel. Good, now let's put your hand down where your other foot might be and twist. Keep your hips down, looking straight up at that hand. And bring it down. Now we want the back leg to be straight. It doesn't have to be super, super straight, but we do want to keep it straight and feel like the heel is pushing toward the floor. We're going to do a little bit harder lunge. We're going to do a flex back. Here we go. Drop your head and flex back. It's important to keep your head very heavy. Now you see how we have this toe picked up here. And come to the center and hold it. You want your weight on the ball of your feet. 8 count roll up, very nice roll up. 2, 3, all 8 counts. Get your tummy up, 6, and shoulders down on 8. Let's do the other lunge. What we want to make sure is we have our back heel down, and we got a good plie into our front lunge. Take your body a little more forward. Yes, that's it. And get your back heel down. Pushing that back heel down, we're stretching the Achilles, we're stretching the calf. Here we go, let's go all the way down. Remember, the knee stays over the heel. One straight line, or if you're really stretched out, you could go behind. We're gonna try to stay right on top. And we stretch to the back. Arm is straight up, and you're looking at your hand. Good, now let's take it down. Remember, your back leg should be straight, and we shouldn't have a bump up here. This is a nice, smooth line. We're going to flex back. Here we go. Now, as the girls flex back, I'm going to point out that we want to keep the hips square. This is what you might see by mistake. Here, lift this hip up, Sarah. That would be incorrect, the hip up like that. We want to make sure our students are having their hips very squared off. Show it the wrong way one more time. That would be wrong. This is what we want. Very nice. Come to the middle. Now we're going to roll up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Very nice roll up. We're just going to stop for a minute, teachers, and talk about rolling down and rolling up, because this is a very, very basic but important concept in learning dance. So Megan is going to be my demonstrator. The first thing we're going to do is roll down. So I'm going to have her stand so straight, and I'm going to tell her she has 8 counts to roll down. The first count is only her head. The second count is only her shoulders. The third count, only her upper back. Then her waist. So by 4 counts down, she'll only really be halfway down. Let's do it, Megan. Here she goes. She drops her head on 1. She drops her shoulders 2. Middle back 3. Her arms are hanging on 4. Rest of the way down. She has 8 counts to go, and everything is so, so heavy. That was a very nice roll down. Now, when Megan rolls up, here's what we're going to see happen first. We're going to see the hips go exactly into place before anything else happens. Let's roll up, Megan. So this happens first. 1, 2. She has 4 counts to be halfway there. 3, 4 on 5 is her middle back. Then her shoulders. 7 and 8. So this takes a lot of drilling. We want to make sure our students are learning proper roll down and roll up in their warm-up. Let's go on with our warm-up. We're going to go on to our floor stretch. But first we're going to point out that we're standing in first position. Our arms are in a position called en bas. We're going to come to first position, or sometimes it's called middle fifth. Open to second position and Tendu out our left foot. Now very gracefully, we put it behind us and down to the floor. Both legs out in front, sitting very, very tall. Let's take our arms out to middle fifth and open. Teachers, we're going to be showing you this jazz port de bras. It's done everywhere in the world. It's a very old jazz port de bras, but all the students should really learn it. Here we go, jazz hands. 1, 2, 3, let's do it again. And 5, 6, now we're going to do it with a flex and point of the feet. Flex, point, flex, let's do it again. And flex, point. We're going to go 2 more times. Flex, point, One more set, and flex. Point, very nice, girls. Let's go on our diagonal. We're ready for our sagittal stretch over to the front, but we don't want to just drop down. We want to be pulling on a diagonal as if we were a jackknife, and our tummy is pulled in, and our belly button is open. So you want everything lifted and open in the tummy. Try not to have wrinkles in your leotard. Reaching up, now reach out toward the front, out. We never think down, we only think front. And at the very end, you finally drop your head. I'm going to have my dancers drop their head, but I'm going to keep mine up so I can talk to you. Now, one thing we're going to see is that the feet won't stay pointed here. And we want to walk around and have our students nice long legs and encourage them to point their feet. Here we go now. Here's where you're going to hear some moans and groans. We're going to flex your feet and don't look up. Keep them flexed, and if you can get your heels off the floor, it's going to give you even a stronger stretch. It takes a lot of discipline to not look up. Point your toes again. Very nice. Now we're going to scoop up and combre. Here we go. Ready to scoop up, combre. We'll do 4 of these. And combre. 2 more. Scoop up and combre. Let's do 1 more. Scoop up and combre. Now hug your knees. Both knees are in. We're going to go to a position called half second. Let's take one leg out. Now it's important to sit very tall and have both sit bones firmly on the floor. Not leaning forward, but right over the top. Again, we got to watch for that pointed foot. First thing we're going to do is move our ribs over. Remember we did ribs in isolations? And so we want to move the ribs first. Then you gently set your hands down and take this arm to the very top of the ceiling, just to the top. Notice our necks are very long. And when we feel very long in the neck, we can push it over to the side. Now teachers, I'm going to show you what you're going to see that you want to correct. You're going to see a fall. We never want to see that. We want to see a nice long neck and an arm extending right out of the hip. Let's come out to come up. Sitting very tall. This neck stretch is a little bit hard. We're going to go on a transverse twist. Put our hand on our leg like this. Now keeping your belly button open as long as you can, you slide that arm down. Ooh, this is a really big stretch right back here. And the arm is reaching down toward the foot, and the head is reaching toward the foot, not the knee. Head reaches towards your foot. We're going to reach out to come up. Here we go. Reach out and come up. Pull your tummy in, sitting very, very tall. Both arms are nice and long. Now, on to the sit bones. We'll go for the other leg. Remember, that foot has to stay very pointed. The first thing that happens is the ribs move because you want the ribs to get out of the way of your hip. Then you gently reach this hand as far as you can. This arm goes to the ceiling. Only the ceiling at first. We've got energy reaching out the top of our head. Now, as the energy reaches out the top of our head, we come over a little more. And look at this beautiful line. I'm going to move. You girls stay there. You see how the line goes from the hip, one straight line up. And the neck is nice and long. Good. We're going to reach out to come up. Remember, you always come up by reaching out. Now here's this stretch that's a little bit harder. It's kind of harder to keep your back straight. And exhale as you go over. Try to keep your shoulder down. So what we don't want to do is this. Squish our neck and our shoulder together. Your shoulder stays far, far from your ear. And your head reaches towards your foot. Not your knee, but towards your foot. Let's reach out to come up. Remember to have a nice pointed foot. Very nice. And the shoulders are down. Your neck is so long. Let's come back to the center and go to second position. Now in second position, we want to make sure we're sitting right on the top with the longest neck. While you girls sit there, I'm going to show how you would do it wrong. Now sometimes you see this, especially in kids who have taken gymnastics, it seems, they sit forward of their second, like this. But we want to make sure the tummy is pulled up and the shoulders are right on top of the hips. Nice straight back and nice lifted tummy. Long neck. There we go. We're going to take our ribs to the side. Remember, we always start with the ribs. And then we go up to the top first with a long, long neck. Then we take it to the side. Now we want to make sure no light is showing under the hip here. That would be incorrect. We want to get both sit bones down. Let me show you one more time how to do it wrong. See, I'm lifting my hip off the floor. We don't want that. We want to press that hip long, reaching out and up. Sitting tall. Here's where you might have to adjust your students because they might sit forward. We got to build strong tummies, strong backs. Let's take it to the side. Good. Gently reach this arm. Just come to the very top and see that your neck is all the way long. Then you reach. We have energy out of our fingers. We have energy out of the top of our heads. We're never going to dump over. Just reaching out long. Here we go, out and up. Both sit bones are on the floor. Good, tummy is lifted. You want your belly button open, so it's making an O. Here we go, we're going to go forward just a little bit. Now put your hands on the floor. Make sure your feet are pointed and your knees are straight up. We don't want to turn them in. We're going to walk out just a little bit so you can make sure your belly button's open. You've got energy coming through your whole spine, out the top of your head. A little bit more walking forward. Never down. Forward. Long, long back. Let's go a little bit more. Now, I would say you need to hold all your stretches for at least 30 seconds to see any gain. While the girls are holding this position, I'm going to talk to the teachers just for a minute about what to look for that would be incorrect. What we do not want our students to do is feel like they want to put their head on the floor. And you'll see students like this, rounding their back with their head on the floor. That's what we never want to see. What we want to see is a nice flat back, flat back, flat back. So the more they stretch, the more they can go over. And if this is as far as they can go, that would be fine. Of course, these girls are very stretched out, so I'm going to ask them to go on over all the way. You see how they're reaching forward? They're never putting their head on the floor. They reach forward and extend their arms and put their face toward the floor. Now we're going to roll up just like we saw Megan roll up. We're going to use our lower abs, and we're going to start at the pelvis. Here we go. 8 counts to roll up. Use the pelvis and the lower abs. 3, 4, arms out. 5, 6, 7. We're sitting so tall right on the top with our feet pointed. Let's continue our stretch. We're going to lay on our back. Right here. Now as we roll down, we want to roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Let's go on down. 1 vertebra at a time. Rolling down. Once we're on our back, we want to make sure this little area behind your waist always stays on the floor. We're going to start our stretches by coming into an attitude. We're holding our attitude. 2, 3, 4, and we're going to stretch it up to a Developé. So now it's all the way straight. And again, we want to hold this for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Now let's flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Hold your point. Now teachers, we always want to remember that straight is better than height. Straight is the main thing. And we're holding it straight. Let's take it down in 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that place behind your waist on the floor. Both knees in. Let's go to the other side. Now it's easy to keep that place behind your waist on the floor when you've got your knee up. And we'll take it all the way up to our stretch Developé. Let's get your leg as straight as you can and pointed foot. Nice long neck. We don't want to be able to see a tunnel under your neck like this. We want to see a nice long neck. Now flex and point on top for 8, 7, 6. Remember, the straight leg is what we're going for. And hold it right there. Here's where it gets hard to keep that waist on the floor. Take it down 8 counts. 8, 7, 6. Keep that tummy flat and waist on the floor. Both knees up. Now, very conveniently, we're in a good place to add our abdominals. So we're going to put our hands behind our neck and come up off the floor. We're never going to put our head on the floor again during the exercise. We stay up here. You want enough room under your chin so you could put your fist. So you never want to squish your chin and make a double chin. You have room under there. Let's look straight up to the ceiling. Here we go, 8 times. Up and halfway down. 2 and halfway down. 3 and 4. Now notice, I'm never squishing my chin to my chest. I'm keeping it open and looking up. 2 more. We're going to take the arm nearest the mirror, or the right arm, and put it out, and twist our upper body. Here we go. 1 and down, 2 and down, 3. Of course, you might want to do about 16. We're just going to do a few for the sake of the video. Let's do the other side, girls. Put your other arm out and lift. 1 and down, 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 more. Now you want to get your shoulder blade all the way off the floor. Let's just do 2 more. Good, and we'll come back to the center and hold. Now it's time for us to continue our floor stretch with some Developés to the side. Now I want you to see how the girls are sitting with their knees in front of them like this. Just like you could come and put a chair underneath. That's how we don't want to sit. We want to make our whole body flat in front like this. So you take your knees back. And it's okay to stay right here as long as you keep your neck long. We don't want to sink too much. Keep your neck long. Now this is all so flat in the front. We're going to come up to a passe. So you're making a triangle with your leg here. Here we go to Developé. Developé, 2, 3, 4, and passe 4. 3, 2. Let's do it again. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Now I want you to see something. Watch how I make a crease right here. I crease, and then I Developé. Let's come down and do it one more time. Now remember, you got to make the crease right here. Crease, and up, and down. We're going to do just one more, and then we're going to stay up there. Make the crease first. Crease, and hold it. Get it as straight as you can with your pointiest foot. Flex and point. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it right there. Now pull energy out of your leg as hard as you can. So it's so straight. Pulling that energy out. Take it down 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Reaching. Very good. Oh, as you get to near the bottom, that gets really tough. Let's do the other side, girls. So when we come around, we're going to make sure that this flattens out to the front. We don't want to make a big crease in here. It's nice and flat. Good. Now, teachers, as your kids get better, you can have them down here so that the neck is lengthened. But for now, we'll just take it here. Let's come to our passe. We've got to turn it out. Remember, we're so flat in the front. No crease in the hip right here. Holding it there, we want to push that triangle back. We're going to come up in 4 counts. Here we come up to Developé. Crease, 2, 3, all the way straight, then come down. 2, remember we're going to crease first. Crease the hip socket, 1, 2, all the way straight and down. 2, let's do 2 more. You go creasing first, 2, 3, 4, get all the way straight. You've got to extend your energy out of the top toe. 1, now let's stay up there, girls, let's stay up there. Reaching energy out of your toe. That's what starts extension in the leg. So the more you reach, the more you're working on your extension, pulling toward the ceiling. Flex and point 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5. Big point. There we go. Now holding it there, extend, extend, extend. Energy out of the toe. Take it down 8 counts. Long neck. 2, pull your toe the other way of your head. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ooh, that gets hard near the end there. Let's bring both knees up and make a little ball. Oh, we're in a very convenient position again. We're ready for push-ups. Now my girls, they do push-ups every single class. It's very important for the dancer to have upper body strength. Not only for the port de bras, but for a lot of choreography, you're going to need that upper body strength. Now in jazz 2, we're still doing what's called girls push-ups or push-ups on your knees. But if your kids can do boys push-ups, that's great. We're gonna do girls push-ups though. So you see how I have a little bump sticking up here? We don't want that. We wanna make it flat. Good. And we never wanna hang our head down. We want our head always lifted and high. Here we go. Just think of plie-ing your elbows and keeping your tummy in. We're gonna do just 4. 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, and hold it. Now, of course, you'd probably want to do 8 and then take a rest, and then do 8 more. We'll do 4 more. Here we go. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Make a little ball and relax. We're ready to move on to our next sequence, which will be center floor technique. But first, we've got to roll up nicely. Let's tuck our toes under and stretch. Now, I'm going to get up first. You girls stay hanging over, and then we'll watch this roll up. On a roll up, remember, you want to make sure that the weight is on the ball of the foot, not the heel. So we're going to move, Sarah, a little bit more forward. The first thing that happens is the hips are going to rotate up. 8 counts up. Here we go. And it's 8. This goes down. That's it. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect roll up. Let's face the front and get ready for our center floor technique. So we're going to be starting in second position. Now let's have our arms en bas. Come middle fifth, also called first position, and open. Here comes our jazz port de bras with plie. Here we go. 1. Releve. Do that part again. And 5, 6. Go over, port de bras over. Remember, a flat neck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling up on 5, 6. Here comes our big releve. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Plie into first position. Here we go in first. 1, 2. Get that tummy in, nice and tight. 5. Straight back and long neck. Over in 4 counts. 1. Long neck. 2, 3, 4. Rolling up on 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here we go. Up to our V with our releve and coming down. Now just hold it right here. Teachers, when you first start jazz 2, you will just do first and second position probably. But later on, you're going to want to do fourth position. So let's Tendu out and turn out, and we'll be in fourth position. I do my fourth position straight out of first position. 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, lifting up. Same again. 5, 6, lifting up. Now let's see that nice long flat neck. As they go over, we're looking for that flat neck. Good, and they roll up. Good. And watch this. As they come up, they go straight to the V. Nice, nice, nice. And coming down with your arms. Tendu your back foot. Come to first. Now let's practice Tendu out. And you're in your other 4. Keeping this length in. 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 5. Now again, let's see this done correctly. We want that nice flat neck. See how she's looking straight down on her way over. She drops and she squares off her hips as she comes up. Weight is right in the middle of her feet as she goes up to her V. Good, and she comes right down and closes in fifth. In first, let's close in first. We're going to go on to our Tendu. Now a Tendu is a stretch of the foot. We're going to do our Tendus en croix, meaning they will go to the front, to the side, to the back, and then to the side again. So en croix means front, side, back, side. We're also going to take some very classical arms that we practice in jazz and ballet. Let's start with our ensemble. We're coming up to middle fifth, and we're going up to a high position here. Keep this elbow lifted. We don't want to sink this elbow. 5, 6, and 4. Tendus front. Slow count. 1, and in. 2. We want to stay high on this hip, lifting. Now we go to the side. 1. Now notice how our elbows are lifted. They're not falling down like this. They're lifted. Let's take it to the back. Really reach this arm right in front of your nose, a little tiny bit below your nose, really. 5, 6. Let's take it to the side because remember we're en croix. 1. And en croix means front, side, back, side. 5. Wipe that foot on the floor. Here we go, other side. Now I tell the girls, I want them to pretend they have gum on their toes and they're wiping that gum off. Here we go to the side. So your foot never really loses contact with the floor. And you're always going to go through your metatarsal to the back. Here's where you really have to lift in the tummy, lift in the back so that you don't sink. 5, 6, and we're going to go again to the side. Because remember, we're on quad. You don't want to sink into this hip. Keep it lifted. And we finish in first position. Take your arms up off. We're going to take our feet in parallel. First position parallel and do some balances. Now before we do balances, what we're going to do is pretend like we're a tree. And we've got roots deep into the ground. We're so solid. We have a deep root into the ground, and we're a very tall tree. So I tell my girls, the deeper the roots, the taller the tree. We're going to balance in 2 counts. Here we go, our coupe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and down. Let's try it again, other side. We're in coupe, we're in passe, we're in coupe, and toe, ball, heel to come down. Let's try it and turn out. Now the leg, that's your standing leg. That's the leg that has the roots going into the ground so that you can really be strong. This time we're going to keep our arms in second position. So let's come up, put your arms in second, right foot to coupe. Here we go. Coupe, passe or retiré is the real name. Toe, ball, heel. Let's try the other side. Balancing. 1, 2. Remember those deep roots into the floor? Good. And down. Very nice. Now you might want to repeat that many, many more times. But we're going to go on with our technique. Now we're going to go on to our attitudes. So girls, when we're going up to passe, we're going to have our arms middle fifth. But when we do our attitude, we'll take our arms to the side. Okay, here we go for our attitudes. Ready? Up to passe. 1, 2, and to the front. In, and to the side. In, and to the back. Just come in, and toe, ball, heel. Now let's remember, the taller the tree, the deeper the roots. So this is a leg that's going to have the deep roots down. Here we go. 5, 6, ready, go. Come up for 2, attitude, front. Come into passe, and attitude, side. Come into passe, and attitude, back. Come into passe, and toe, ball, heel. That's a very hard exercise. Takes a lot of practice. Let's go on to our Battement. We're going to come in middle fifth and open. Our Battement exercise goes like this. We're going to go lunge, 2, 3, Battement. And remember, a Battement is a straight leg. We'll do them on the right and left front, on the right and left side. 5, 6, 3 lunges. 1, 2, 3, Battement front. 1, 2, 3, Battement front. There's one more Battement. 2, 3. Now just 1, 2, 3, and then you land in the middle. 2 in the middle. Other leg. 1, 2. Now remember those roots, they go down into the ground on that standing leg. 2, 3. Take it up. 2 more. Now don't let your arms get the hiccups when your leg goes up. Your arms stay right there. Now we're going to come to the middle and go to the side. Here we go, side. 1. It's not really the side. It's more of a diagonal. 1, 2. We're going to take it on the diagonal. Up. Here's our last kick, keeping your body front, and we're going to come right into the middle to first position and change. Remember, you don't really go straight to the side. It's more like a diagonal. 2, until you get very good turnout, that is. 1, here's our last kick. 1 more, and we're going to close in first position, and we're ready to go across the floor. Now it's time to go across the floor, and as you remember from Jazz 1, we always start on this side with our right foot prepared, and on that side with our left foot prepared. This lets our teacher, ourselves, and our partner know we're all ready to go. So we're going to start our across the floor with tip walks. Now what we remember about tip walks is we have a little bit of hip going here, and some shoulders, just so we have some nice personality. Okay, girls, we're going to start with our tip walks. And remember to hold your tummy in, lots of personality. Here we go, 5, 6, ready to go. And 1, 2, Very good. Next group, get ready. Next group, 5, 6, ready to go. And 1. Good. Remember, this is your chance to show your personality. Here we go. We'll notice that everybody is prepared on the left foot, ready to move on the left foot. Tummy is up. 5, 6, ready to go. 1. Very nice. And ready to go. 1. Remember, you've got to have a twist going in the hips. The next thing we're going to do is a tip walk and a pivot. So how we're going to do this is tip, walk, and pivot, pivot. Now I want you to notice that my arms went to a low V for the pivot. Tip, 2, 3, 4, and pivot, pivot. First group in. 5, 6, ready to go. Tip, walk, 2, 3, 4, and step, pivot. Nice. One more set. Next group comes in. Tip, walk, 2, 3, 4, and nice low arms. Remember to spot the front on your pivots. Very good. And we've got the left foot prepared, ready for the left. Here comes our first group. Tummy is up. And 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and low. Arms on your pivot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to twist and have your shoulders going. Good. Now remember in Jazz 1, we started chasses. Sometimes on the chasses, the kids have a little trouble remembering where to put their arms. And sometimes you'll see chasses looking like this. We want to see always a quarter arm. And what I tell my girls is, you want to make a V over your front foot. So if that's my leading foot, I'll put my V over my front foot. And that's how you can remember to do quarter arms. Now we're going to go chasse, chasse, pivot, pivot. We'll add those together. 5, 6, 5, 6, ready to go. Chasse and pivot, pivot. And chasse. Next group coming in. Here we go. Chasse, holding your tummy up all the time. Good. We see how they take their arms to that nice low V. We're prepared on the left. Tummy is up. Shoulders down. Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. Chasse and low V. Next group, chasse, chasse, and pivot. Very nice. Now in our combination, we're going to have a step called a pump turn. And usually, I'll take the section in between the warm-up and the across the floor to teach a new skill, such as a pump turn. So we're going to learn a pump turn. I'll show you how I teach it. Girls, come out a little tiny bit. On a pump turn, what we're going to do is tap our foot on the beat like this. Then, you make your arm go with that beat. So try it. Just tap your foot. Then your arm goes the same as your foot. Then you put a little shoulder into it like this. Good, let's try it on our left foot. We're just tapping it first. And our arm goes with our foot like this. And pretty soon, we've got the shoulders and hip going too. So that would be a pump. Now on a pump turn, we walk, 2, 3, 4. And as we pump, we go around in a circle. So here we go. We walk, 2, 3, 4, pump, 2, 3, 4. First group, 5, 6, ready to go. They walk, 2, 3, 4. Now let's tip walk. Tip walk, 1, 2, and pump turn. Next group, in. And pump. Very nice. And pump turn. Very nice. Let's try the left. Now the more shoulders and hips you can get into it, the better. So let's prepare on the left. And go. 5, 6, ready, go. Left foot. Pump left. Next group in. And pump. Very good. And pump turn. Nice, girls. We always want to drill our skills that we're going to be doing in our combo across the floor too. But also across the floor, I like to do some technique, some ballet technique. So we're going to go with attitudes, and it's going to look like this. We're going to take our front attitude. Our arms are going to be so lifted, never droopy elbows. We're going to walk, 2, 3, attitude, just like this. 1, 2, 3, front attitude. 1, 2, 3, front attitude. All the way across the floor. Keeping in mind, we want to turn out that front attitude, keeping the elbows lifted. Here we go, girls. 1, 2, 3, attitude. Ready to go. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, attitude. Very nice. Keeping the back lifted. Next group in. And you'll notice on the attitudes how the bottom leg goes all the way straight. All the way straight. Very nice. And we're trying to keep our turnout as well. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6. Ready to go. Nice tall tummy. 5, 6. Ready to go. Bottom leg is straight. Beautiful. We're using our backs to lift. Elbows are up. Now, if you remember, in Jazz 1, we did 1, 2, 3, kick. There are really two kinds of kicks that we're going to be learning. The first one is a Developé. It goes in and out. The other type is a Battement. It just goes straight out. The first type of kick we're going to do is a Developé. What you want to remember is your arms don't get the hiccups when your leg goes up. So the Developé looks like this. 1, 2, 3, in, out. 1, 2, 3, in, out. Here we go. Remember, your arms aren't going to get the hiccups. Your bottom leg is going to be all the way straight, and you're going to go in, out with your leg. And 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, in, out. Good. You see how nice and straight those backs are? Next group comes in. 1, 2, 3, in, out. You know, a high kick is always nice, but a straight back is nicer. So, we want to make sure our students aren't kicking too high and rounding their back like this because it's dangerous. They could fall backwards very easily. We only want to encourage them maybe to go to 90 degrees, as long as they can keep completely straight through the spine. Here we go, left side, and I want you to look at how nice and straight everybody's back is. 6, ready to go. 1, 2, in, out. Very nice. And 1, 2, 3, in, out. And as your students get more stretched, they'll be able to kick higher. But for right now, we're concerned with flat tummy, lengthened neck, shoulders down. Now we're going to change to a Battement. Remember when we did the Tendu? Our foot was so very straight and brushing on the floor. Well, a Battement is just a Tendu that turns into a kick. So we want to make sure we don't pick up our foot and then kick, but brush the floor. Our legs are going to stay absolutely totally straight. Here we go. Ready for the Battement. 5, 6, 5, 6, flat tummies. 1, 2, 3, Battement. Nice straight leg. Remember we talked about extension. 5, 6, ready, and. So remember when we were pulling energy out of our toe, when we were laying on the floor? Here's where that comes in very handy. Very nice. We want to make sure our tummy stays flat and you don't turn into this bean shape. Tummy stays flat, nice long back. 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, Battement. Good, nice straight leg. And 1, 2, elbows are lifted. Tummy is in. Excellent. Very nice, girls. Now in Jazz 1, we also practice this step. 1, 2, 3, tap. Turn, 2, 3, tap. Now it's time for us to take it across the floor. We have to travel on a zigzag, or else we'd be stuck in the same place forever. So we're going to travel up on a zigzag. Now watch my arms. They're out, 2, 3, 4. Then they make a circle when I do my turn. Here we go. Right foot is prepared. 5, 6, ready to go. We're 1, 2, 3, make a circle. And 1, 2, 3, and circle. Now, notice how the girls are looking straight ahead. They're spotting. Sometimes I stand here and put my hands up so they have something to spot. Good. Or you can maybe put a big red dot on your wall, something to spot, so that the girls have something to look at, or your dancers have something to look at as they're turning. We're going to go like this on the left side, and then make the circle. I want you to look at my hands so you're spotting. 6, ready to go. 1, 2. Now watch my hands. Good. And 1. Make sure you keep your eye on me. Turn your head as fast as you can. Excellent. So we're working on our spotting. Very, very nice. Now, as time goes on, we're going to want to have our students plie and then releve on their turn. But at first in Jazz 2, I think it's enough just for them to get the mechanics of doing a turn at all. Let's try a fan kick now out of that same step. So what we've been doing is 1, 2, 3, but instead of tapping, we're going to make a half circle. 1, 2, 3, half circle. Now I want you to watch my arms because this would be wrong. 1, 2, 3, half circle. You'll see all kinds of agitation going on. To have a strong tummy and a strong back, your arms just stay there. The half circle doesn't have to be so big at first because remember, correct is better than flashy. We're going to just keep our arms in second and do our fan kicks right and left. 5, 6, just like this. 1, 2, 3, fan. 1, 2, 3, fan. Very nice. We're going to try to keep our bottom leg straight. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, fan. You see the half circle? And she's got her back up so straight. And her arms aren't going to move because if the arms move, it means you're not using your tummy and your back. 5, 6, 5, 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. We've got that. Turn out that leg in front. Step in, turn out. Good. Lift your elbows. A little more elbows. Excellent. Now the hardest part about that fan kick is keeping your tummy and your back up. Next we'll be doing pirouettes. Now do you remember in Jazz 1 how we went like this? 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Well, we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to put our arms in a circle when we get to the knee. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, releve. 1, 2, 3, releve. So on the knee, you're not only going to go to a circle, but you're also going to releve, okay? Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, knee, and 1, 2, 3, knee, and 1. Very nice. Now let's keep your arms in second until it's time for your knee. 5, 6, ready, arms in second, and in. Second, and in. So this time we'll have everybody keep their arms in second. Here we go. 5, 6, remember to pull up in the tummy. You've got to pull up to turn. 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3. Now just open your arms a little bit. Very nice. 1, 2. You don't want to pop up. You want to press your way up, but never pop your way up. Because if you pop, your foot comes off the floor a little bit. We want to push down and press our way. This time we're going to add a pirouette. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, nothing, 1, 2, 3, turn to the back. So you'll only turn to the back, okay? Here we go, 5, 6, 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, nothing, 1, 2, turn to the back. 1, 2, 3, nothing, 1, 2, turn to the back. Now we're going to see the pirouette turn to the front and the back. So this time, girls, you'll go 1, 2, 3, pirouette front, pirouette back. So you'll do both pirouettes. I'm going to like this so you have something to spot. Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, turn front. Open your arms to second, turn back. 1, 2, 3 to the front. Very good. Now let's see that again. You girls are only going to go 1, 2, 3, nothing, 1, 2, 3, turn back. That's you two, okay? Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, nothing, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, nothing. Good. Now these girls are going to go to the front and to the back. 6, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, turn front. 1, 2, 3, turn back. Very nice. Excellent. The next thing we're going to do is a Chaine turn. Teachers, these take a long time to look nice. But what we're going to think about on our Chaine turn is picking out a spot. You have something to watch. Then your whole body faces it. Even though you prepare here, when you chaine, your whole body has to face your spot, not just your top. So we're going to take a big step towards our spot, a small step to close. Big, small, big, small, big, small. Here's how we would do it incorrectly. Big, big, big. Big, big, big. That would be incorrect. We've got to go big, small, big, small. Now, I don't like my girls to open their arms too much. Maybe only this much altogether. I know it looks like they're opening their arms a lot, but no, it's just a little bit. Otherwise, it pulls them off their center. We're going to prepare like this, but then really, you never come back to this position. You go to the front out of that and keep looking front. Here we go. Now we're going to do as many chaine turns as we can do until we're dizzy. Then we're going to stop and walk. 5, 6, ready to go. Open, close, open, close. When you're dizzy, stop and walk. Good. Very nice. Now, no. Open, close. Keep your tummy very lifted. You've got to be straight. Open, close. Got to close a little tighter. Open, close. And walk. Now, for some reason, the left side seems to be a little harder. So if you can only do 3 or 4, and then it's time to stop and walk, that would be fine. 3 or 4 good ones is better than 10 bad ones, right? So maybe you're only going to do 3 or 4, and then you're going to walk. That'll be perfect. Perfectly fine. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Open, close, open, close. Open, keep your legs straight. And just stop and walk if you get dizzy. It's fine to stop and walk. At least you had some perfect ones. Very nice, girls. Very nice. Nice chaine turns. The next thing we're going to do is a sauté. Now we've been operating, I think, at about 125, 128 beats per minute, but that is too slow to do sautés. So we're going to turn off the music and talk about sautés. A sauté is a step and a hop. We're doing sauté arabesque. So Megan is going to show us how to do this. We're going to go in quarter arms. Now watch it. We're going to go kind of slow motion, okay, Megan? So you're going to take a step and hop on it. Here she goes. She goes steps, hop, step, hop. Now Megan is very good at this because look how she points her foot as it comes off the floor. Very nice, Megan. When it comes to jumps, children are so much shorter, usually, than the teacher is, and their little legs have a whole different way of jumping up on a beat. So at this part of class, I like to take off the music so that I can more or less keep up with them instead of them trying to be on the beat, just at first. So I'm going to watch these guys step hop, and I might have to say it a little tiny bit faster if I see that they're landing and having too much time. So I'm going to look at their little body shape, make sure you're going to do your pliés, and I'll match you, okay? You do what's comfortable for you and I'll match you, okay? 5, 6, ready to go. Step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, 5 and 6 and 7, very nice. Now the next group's going to come in and I'm going to ask them to go a little bit faster because I want them to push off the floor and point their bottom foot. I'll keep up with you, but you just try to go a little faster. 5, 6, ready to go. Let's see your beat. Eat, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop. Very nice. Let's do it on the left. Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. A little faster if you can, and I'll keep up with you. Ooh, step, hop, 5, 6, ready to go. See how the tummy is lifting and the shoulders are down. And 5 and 6 and 7, very nice. Now if you have a pitch control tape deck, you can kind of play with it and then make it a comfortable type of jumping tempo for them. The next thing we're going to do is a leap. And after sautés, kids sometimes get sautés and leaps mixed up. A leap is just a run. So when I teach my kids to leap, this is the first thing I do. I have them go run on the beat. Run, 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 just running on the beat. Then I have them run on the beat and just make one step a little bit bigger than the other step, so it would look like this. Regular, bigger, regular, bigger, regular, bigger. And we just start making the bigger really big. So by the time we're done, we have step, leap, step, leap, step, leap. So now we'll try it, and I'll just keep up with you guys. Now remember, you have quarter arms. Step, leap. 5, 6, ready to go. Step, leap, 5, 6, ready to go. Step, leap, step. Good. You see how it's just a step and a bigger step. Now this time, let's try to go a little higher in the air and have a little bigger big step so it's almost like the splits. Okay? That's what we're trying. So you're having a battement on your front leg and a battement on your back leg. Here we go. 5, 6, ready to go. Step, leap, 5, 6, ready to go. Step, leap, 5, 6. Oh, very nice. And now we're ready to learn our combination. Now in my combination, I like to use all kinds of steps and skills that we've practiced not only in the warm-up but across the floor so that there's a cohesiveness to the whole class. We're going to start our combination with tip walks to the front. So tip walking front, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and pump turn 6, 7, 8. Now for a direction change, we'll take it to the side, still looking front. 1, 2, 3, 4, pump turn 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, step, tap, 2 step, turn. So we've done all those steps before. We come to a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, and like we learned in Jazz 1, here's our body wave. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chasse to the back 4 times. We've seen those in the warm-up too. And from there we lift and turn and lift and turn. And there's our big jazz hand. So let's review that much. We have tip walk 2, 3, 4, and pump 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Star 2, 3, 4. Body wave 6, 7, and chasses to the back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make sure we get this elbow all the way back. From there, we're going to jump to the front on count number 2. So we have 1, 2, walk 3, walk 4, pivot 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, we have a little hip and elbow at the same time. 1 and 2, lay out 3, 4. We pinwheel to the floor 5, 6, 7, 8. And this toe tucks under at the very end. So let's mark all the way through that. From the top, we have 1, 2, and 4, and pump turn 6, 8. Walking to the side, and 5, 6. Step tap goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 step turn, and now you star 2, 3. Body wave 7 and 8. Chasse to the back. Using those direction changes, 6 and 8. 1, 2. Elbow goes back, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 clap, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Elbows 1 and 2. Lay out, head, 5, 6, to the floor. See how that toe came under? Now we're going for our seated roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders shimmy up. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So on 8, we've got our hands back here. From there, we're going to do our développés. 1, 2, 3, 4, and walk, 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 turn. Here's a rib isolation. Also, we called it double ups in Jazz 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other side. Go step développé, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Double up, 7 and 8. And now I'll bring on my demonstrator, Megan, and she'll show you the first part of the combo. combo. We just finished with our double ups. Now from there, we're going to do a step called an out cross turn, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a jumping jack, kind of, because you cross, out, cross. So that's why it's different than a jumping jack, because you had a cross. Turn, you just shift your feet, walk to the back 4 steps. Do another one. Out, cross, turn, walk to the front 4 steps. Now that was an out cross half turn. Then we're going to add an out cross full turn, which looks like this. Out, cross, full turn. These are little lunges that go from side to side, but I tell the kids you can do anything you want, anything you want. So with their arms they can do anything they want. So from the full turn, out, cross, full turn, anything you want, anything you want. Another time, full turn, anything you want, anything you want. From there we have 3 kickball changes. Kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change. Here comes the fan kick that we did across the floor. Fan kick. So let's try it, just all that part. So we just did our double ups, and we're ready for our out cross half turn. Out, cross, half turn, walk back, 2, 3, 4. Out, cross, half turn, walk to the front. Full turn, out, cross, full turn, anything you want. Again, out, cross, little lunge, and any arms you want. Kicks, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, kick, ball, change, fan, kick. Now we haven't talked about kick, ball, changes, but remember when I said between the warm-up and the across the floor, there's always a little skill I teach in there. It could be a pump turn, or maybe a kickball change, or maybe a pas de bourrée. Pas de bourrées will be next. You'll see when I do my kickball change, I'm making a bow and arrow arm. Kickball change, kickball change, kickball change, fan. Pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée. Now let's talk a moment about pas de bourrée. Pas de bourrée is, of course, a ballet term, but a pas de bourrée in ballet would be this type of step. So you can see that we're not doing a ballet pas de bourrée, we're doing a jazz pas de bourrée. And here's how I teach it, center floor. The part I told you right before the across the floor. We go back and ice skate. It's like ice skating, back and down, back and down. And we might have to practice that 2 or 3 weeks before we put it in our combo. But when it's time to put it in the combo, here we go. We did our fan kick. We're conveniently ready for our pas de bourrée. Pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée with arms, pas de bourrée with arms, step, passe jump. So you come right out of it into your passe jump, and then we're almost done. We did our fan kick. 1 and 2, add the arms. 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, passe. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the back of the room. Here's our final step, a chasse and a leap. We've done these steps before across the floor, so they should be very familiar. Chasse, step, leap. Only this leap goes to the floor. Now teachers, on this leap, I want you to look at the back foot. We'll go slow motion. After the leap, the back foot has to turn under and drag in. It can't be your toe up like this. It's got to turn under. And we kind of practiced that before. Remember when we went to the floor to turn that toe under. So, one more time from the pas de bourrée. 1 and 2, add the arms. 7, 8, walk back. 2, 3, 4, chasse, step, leap. And now Megan will come back and she'll show us the combination in its entirety.